some copper. So we have tonight, I have made two independent Delft clay molds, another Protectron from the Fallout series is going to be another one of our chess pieces. But yeah, we have a Protectron tonight, as well as a super mutant with a Gatling gun, or a minigun, if you will, from the series. Very cool. I tell you what, this is the most complicated, complex shape I've tried to pour yet. We'll see how it comes out. I hope it comes out really nice. We'll see how it does. But yeah, just try to think about getting this on one plane or the other, and not having it screw up between the legs, between the minigun and him, and still maintain the minigun. And then in here, there's a crevice, there's a crevice. A very complicated pour to pour, a very complicated shape to pour. Sorry. Mandy Brown, welcome in. Nice to see you. So I have copper in the crucible. It's all nice and melted. I got to pour some borax in there. So, and make sure we got that all cleared up. I have about, shucks, I don't know, maybe 16 ounces in there. So I should at least be able to get these two pours done tonight. If we got a little bit of left over, I'm going to try to do a couple of these. And after we pour tonight, stick around. We're going to be talking about the markets and all that, and what's going on. As I stamp, I'm going to be stamping the previous rounds out tonight too. So stick around for that. You'll see kind of the other part of the process. And I think what we're also going to do is take a little bit of copper cream to some of those as well after we stamp them, and see how they turn out. We'll put these to the side for now. 1 second. By the way, pro tip, I found this in an old Pampered Chef box of stuff, and for rolling out your Delft clay, it surprisingly works very well. Hey, Bear, welcome in. So yeah, do you guys ever trying to find like a cheap a rolling pin for rolling out your Delft clay and compressing it down? I tell you what, this one's from Pampered Chef. It was in an old box. I found it. I was like, well, thank you. That is exactly what I need. So very cool there. Extra little tool pro tip for doing your Delft clay pours, guys. All right, let's go ahead. Let's get the borax in there and make sure we're all set with that, so we don't have any issues with slag. Again, our copper tonight is extremely clean, so I'm not too worried about it. Whoops, it's a little much, but that'll work. So get ready for some fireworks here. I don't think I need my gloves right now. I will in a second after I open it back up. But basically, I'm going to put a little bit extra in here just in case, just as there's any questions at all. Always test your things that you're touching before you actually touch them, right? Woo, it's snowing. There it goes. Eyes and ears, always wear your PPE, am I right? Okay, let's get a glove on. Our stirring stick. I'm gonna need a new stirring stick soon. Some bar stock steel. It's getting shorter and shorter on me, and even looks like it's got a crack in it now down here. So absolutely need to get a new stirring stick soon. Let's go ahead and stir in that borax. Scrape out any slag off the top if there is any at all. I think we're good. Yeah, don't touch this. Take a look. That's our test sample. I think we got like a little drop right there, if anything at all. That might have just been on there already. So I think we're looking pretty clean. But again, I'm gonna poke my head in there and take a look manually. Oh yeah, we're good. I think we're golden, guys. So eyes and ears. We're going to go ahead and pour one and then the other. Put the crucible back in. Put our graphite mold for the Aztec rounds on top. We'll let that preheat. Try to avoid the MAC gas tonight if we can. But if it doesn't get hot enough, I'm going to have to, right? Oh, this doesn't need to be out. Almost forgot. That is a mold we're not pouring tonight. That is from our sterling silver ingot we poured last week. If you guys want to check that out, we poured that. I haven't got a chance to stretch it out today after the live stream tonight. If I'm up to it, I'll probably start stretching that out on the anvil tonight. Do a little bit of filming. Hey, got OC Stacker in the house. Bear Canastacker, welcome in. Thank you guys so much for coming in. We got 4 likes, 10 people in the house. Please hit that like. If you haven't subscribed, stick around. You're gonna see some cool stuff made, and then hit the sub button, guys. Let me get you a little bit better view for the pouring action here. My complex uh, clamp here. It's a gravity clamp. I got 2 bricks wedging that in there so it doesn't fall apart. It's been working so far. And this one, I actually have some ears I can put the clamps on, so I use the clamps on that one. Pretty convenient. All right, let's get this show on the road. Wish me luck. Don't blink, you'll miss it. Here we go. There's one. I don't, because copper solidifies so fast, I don't like doing 2 back to back of these. These are a little bit larger of pores. See all the stuff just smoking out of there. It's angry. It's angry. But I like to keep that thing as hot as, I like to keep that crucible as hot as possible just in case, because it's colder out right now. It's not super cold. It's maybe 30 degrees. It's practically summer, but it's the colder it gets, the faster that solidifies at room temperature, and you definitely don't want that to happen. You want to make sure you keep maximum temperature, especially with copper, and even worse with sterling silver, because it is a bugger to pour. All right, let's pour number 2 right now. See how she comes out. Don't blink, you'll miss it. Just that easy, guys. All right, looks like we have at least enough copper in there to do 1 Aztec round. So I'm going to put Mr. Aztec graphite mold there on top of the furnace to warm up. And while we're waiting for that to warm up, we can start stripping down these and see how our pours just came out. Yo, I was just curious about how to smelt copper, then I find your live stream. That's awesome. I'm thinking about getting but definitely want to learn more. Absolutely. Safety first, eyes and ears, don't burn yourself. I don't care what the hobby is. It's not worth a 3rd-degree burn. So, yeah, make sure you got the proper PPE. Welding gloves seem to work okay. Depends on your temperatures, but this is about as hot as I'd like to go. Copper, I believe the melting point is 1984 degrees Fahrenheit, or I turn up my smelter up to about 1100 degrees Celsius, roughly a little bit over about 2000 degrees. It works pretty well. Let's go ahead and get my tray out here so we don't make a mess. Cookie sheets at the dollar store. I mean, come on, man. You ain't got to spend a lot of money on this stuff. As far as these things go, these are I would consider these consumables, and they're just gonna get beat up. You can get Food Safe, great Pampered Chef, freaking hex clad stuff if you want, but you're just gonna beat it up. Get the dollar store ones. Make your life a lot easier. Okay, and also after you pour these casks, it is extremely hot still. So yes, wear your gloves. It's deceiving. The outside when you're handling it and everything else is stone cold. But as soon as you pour this in, you got that 2000 degree sucker in there. Now it's dangerous. So be careful. All right, let's go ahead and take this guy apart. I'll grab the ears of these. These are a little more delicate. If I do one and the other, it kind of flips it. It's kind of, these are pretty strong springs for what they are. All right, let's get my pliers. Open this guy up. We're gonna grab him by the, open it up and grab him by the sprue and see that nice quenching action. Hopefully I got enough bite right there. Yes, we do. Give him a little whack. So it's not all that's not in my my quenching water. There we go. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Quench time. Good times. Not stupid hot. Ooh, hello. Give me just a second. I'll show you guys. Don't go anywhere. I got a toothbrush here with my water can. I'm going to get all the burnt delft clay off of the crevices so we can all see the nice details. I'm trying to be careful and not burn myself either. Oh yeah. I kind of like this one. I got some decent details. I gotta clean up the stuff. Actually, that works. I like what. Oh man, I'll show you guys in just a sec. Don't go anywhere. I like what just happened there. It was a happy mistake. As Bob Ross says, there's no accidents. There's happy mistakes, right? And it's just a happy little bird now. That's not a scrub. That's just a little bird right there. I like it. This came out very well for my first attempt. This is the most complicated shape any pour I've tried to pour so far, and I think it came out pretty good. All right, let's take him out. Ta-da, we got a super mutant. Got a little bleed on his face right there. Just looks like he's taking some road rash. He's a zombie super mutant, right? And like I was talking about the bleed right here, this almost looks like it's firing, and we got gun smoke going on right here coming out of the minigun. I like it. I think that works for that. That is really cool. Obviously, we'll have to cut off the sprue. I might clean up right here on the top of his head with a file. Maybe I won't. Actually, kind of looks cool. I like that a lot. Oh, let me show you the original. It was in the thumbnail if you didn't catch it. Works out all right. It is a very complicated shape. There's all these crevices and little nooks and crannies for things to go wrong. I think we did pretty good, though, for our very first shot on this one. Again, the most complicated pour I've done of any shape ever. I think we did pretty good. We'll be doing another one. Actually, I think we're going to be doing another 3 of these, not tonight, but in the future for sure. I like it. He's, if anything, he's a zombie mutant, right? That's what I always say when they don't come out perfect. They're on the zombie side. But yeah, that's 4.9's fine copper. He came out pretty good. You can definitely tell who that is. That's a super mutant with the minigun. Let's go. Nice. But, all right, let me clear the tray here. Again, this is, you can feel how hot that is. Clear the tray. We'll get the other one out of the delft clay right now. Set this to the side. By the way, as far as expenditures go, when you pour this stuff, you're going to burn up some delft clay. So it all doesn't last forever. If you're going to pour some gold or something, you might want to save this stuff, but we're just pouring copper and it's all accounted for. So this is going in the trash. And I'm going to tell you what, this stuff is surprisingly expensive. All right, let's get the next guy going here. Pull him out. Again, still extraordinarily hot, but be careful. Wear your PPE. I wonder how you can streamline this process and put out 100 rounds an hour. Yeah, for my purposes, I don't think I can, but yeah, it's gotta be a better way to. Yeah, you'd be surprised. This is just the art of it. Kind of what I'm into here. Get my pliers. Grab them by the sprue. Knock them off. Let's get ready for that quenching action. There it is. See, I told you he's hot. Why won't you use the burnt clay for gold? No, I would use it for gold, but save the burnt clay, because just in case you lose any gold, heck, a couple flakes is worth freaking like $50 right now. So if you're gonna pour any of your gold or silver, keep that stuff, and you can pan it later and maybe recover a little metal. That's what I was trying to say. Just a second here, guys. I'm gonna try to get the burnt delft clay out of the crevices so we can all take a look at them here. See how this one came out. I swear, it's almost like fishing. It's not going to be perfect. Every one you make is going to be just a little bit different every time. So If it was called catching, they call it catching, not fishing, right? So, I guess she came out not bad. One second, guys. There's a lot of burnt Delft clay on here. That's why I try to knock it off. It comes off easier to knock it off without the water. The water seems to like try to help it stick sometimes. Just a nice soft bristle toothbrush is all you need, and some water. It comes right off, but it just takes a little time. Got a little bit of bleed, but not bad. Again, another complicated shape. There's if you have like one single plane and no weird angles going on, it's a lot easier to pour items. But when you start getting weird angles, it's harder to pour. Hey, Herman Orquiz, welcome in. Good to see you. Let's take a look here. This is another Protectron. We got a little bleed going on right here, but we still have some nice details coming out there. And again, if you guys don't know, this is from the Fallout series. If you've ever played Fallout 3, that's where most of these characters come from. Southeast Stacking, welcome in. Good to see you. Again, I got some more boogers in here. I got to clean out the toothbrush. Just want to show you guys real quick. But yeah, he came out pretty good. Where's my my mold? He had a little mishap last time when I had the map gas going, so he got a little crispy around the edges there, but he's still there. Yeah, we got another Protectron. Because they're kind of basic characters in the game, I might make these the rooks on the chessboard. I think that'll look really cool. Yeah, we got some good details out of him. Again, not perfect. I'm gonna have to clean that up with the file. Maybe a jeweler's file, little jeweler's saw and all that. But oh yeah, I'll get them ship shape just in time for the chessboard that we're making. Very cool. 2 successes tonight. Very cool. Now, I think we have just enough time and just enough material to pour an Aztec round. Let's do that right now. I think it's nice and hot now. It's been sitting on top of that furnace. And if we have any left over, we'll pour a nice button round. Grab my gloves. Where are my gloves? Again, safety first. Not worth getting a burn over. Are we good on our location of the camera? I think we got a good shot there. Put that to the side. And grab my guy. And always when you're pouring, guys, make sure your pouring surface is nice and flat. Personally, I just use a little torpedo level. Get it on 2 planes and make sure you're nice and level. That's another contributing factor is you're not perfectly level, especially in rounds like this. It could be a little kittywampus and it won't be perfectly round. All right. Don't blink, guys. You'll miss it. Here we go. Maybe a little bit of a lighter one, but I got it all in there. Very cool. Here comes that cool quench action. Don't miss it. Nice. I like it. Ooh, we got some nice colors on this one. Give me just a second, guys. Let's get over here to the light. Let's take a look at this one together. Just going to set these off to the side. Again, it's still kind of warm. You guys ready for this? I like the colors that came out on this one. Very cool. Got any cool ripples on the back? Different on these ripples. That is definitely different on the back here. It's kind of a rare ripple. I like it. This is, if I'm not mistaken, this is number 3 Aztec round for 2026. I like that a lot. I don't think I'm gonna do the copper cream on cleaning this one up. I like it just as is. Very cool. We'll stamp this one out tonight. Any guesses on how much this one weighs? Put it down in the chat. Let me know what you guys think. How much do you think this guy weighs? And these are regular ounces, not troy ounces. Any guesses? I'm gonna guess That's a tough one. 2.18. That's my guess. 2.18. But I'm probably way off. It's probably closer to 2.5. All right, let's take a look. Got some good guesses out there. 3, 2, 1. 2.6. Nice. Bear, you got a good eye, my friend. Good guess. Bear with the 275. We had a TJP in 1983 for 2.73. Very cool, guys. You guys are guessing better than me tonight, I'm telling you. Very good eye, everyone. Man, look at those colors. That is fantastic. I believe that's number 3. You know what? I got it written down right here. We're going to be stamping the rest of them out tonight, whatever I do have left. So don't go anywhere. Aztecs, yep, this is number 3. I keep notes. And you know what? It's going to be close, but I think we have just enough copper to do one more. I just, find whatever I can. Just junk I find in the trash can, sometimes on the job, sometimes just on the side of the road. Old extension cords, you name it. But every time I've taken my stuff in and have the XRF gun on it, my local coin shop's telling me the XRF gun's coming back 99.99% copper. It's pretty much pure copper. So very, very nice. It's nice to have those resources and relationships with your local coin shop, so you can access those nice little toys. It's only like a $20,000 to $30,000 XRF gun, right? We're gonna try one more here, guys. Don't go anywhere. I doubt we're gonna have enough to fill this one up, but if we make it, we make it. Here we go. Don't blink, you'll miss it. Nope, not enough. That's all she wrote for tonight, guys, on pours. We're going to go ahead and turn off our furnace. Knock that guy out. We'll save that for a future pour. Actually, that looks kind of cool. Let's quench that and look at it real quick. If I can. I think I'm going to have to grab that with some pliers. It's always nice to have different sets of pliers handy, just in case you got to grab something weird on the fly. Kind of like this. Oops. Dang. That's a hard shape to grab, let me tell you. Get a little quench. Oh, and I freaking dropped it. It's time for the ice bucket challenge for me. Got to go spelunking. I told you we'll look at it together. I'm not going to lie. I only pulled it out. Oh, God, that's cold. There's about a 6-inch ice cube in the bottom of this thing. Oh man, I forgot about this. I had another round hiding in here. I got a quad knot hiding in the bottom. 1 second, guys. Oh my God, this is frigid. There's about a 6-inch block of ice floating in this thing. Oh God. And I can't find it. Let me 1 second. There's some old Delft clay at the bottom. I keep grabbing some of that instead of the actual what I'm going for here. Oh God. This is for you guys. Oh my God. It's so cold. I can't even feel my fingers. Oh, found it. All right, we're good. Oh. Oh. That's just for your guilty pleasures. It's like a relic of a bygone age, right? Kind of cool. We'll be probably remelting that down in the future and taking a look. Whew. Ice bucket challenge for me there. Do you know where to get replacement parts for those furnaces? I would reach out to whoever your maker is. Mine's a 2 Auto. They have a pretty good customer support basis there. I had destroyed my other not 2 Auto part, but the problem I had with my last 2 auto, which is over there in that box, the controller, this piece died on me. And I was having trouble getting a hold of them to figure out how to get this one part. I told them I'd pay money for it, but yeah, they didn't want to play ball with me, or I was just getting the wrong contact information or something. So, but yeah, I would have totally been down to replace this controller on my old one because everything else worked on it just fine. Let's see here. Oh, you want to see how much that thing weighs? Yeah, let's try it out. Let me get my scale back on. Where did I just put that thing? There it is. Yeah, I think you're right. It's going to be close to about 1/4 of an ounce, if that. 0.67, believe it or not. Closer to a 50-cent piece, really. Really cool. It's kind of interesting when they come out like that. There's no there's no doing that on purpose, am I right? I need the voltage regulator. Yeah, I would reach out to them, and maybe even eBay. You might be able to find parts on there. Some of them might just be selling like an old furnace, and you can pirate it for parts. You never know. Oh, speaking of which, I found this in the bottom of my freaking the bottom of my quenching bucket. I had a round in there. This must have been from the last time I poured. How many of these did I pour? I poured, it says it right there, 3 quad knots. Let's look inside my box and which ones I still have in here. Do I have 2 in here? I have 3. So I decided not to keep this one. What do you guys think? Is this, I don't think that's a keeper. I think we're going to have to melt that one back down because it's just so skinny. It's not quite a full round. What do you guys think? Here, let me pull out one of the other ones. We're going to be pulling these out tonight anyways. Yeah, this was number 3 for the year, for 2026. Really cool ripples on it. Man, look, there's a lot of character in that one. And then you got this one. Didn't quite make the grade, I don't think. It's cool looking, but yeah, I think that's why I left it in the bucket. I don't think the one's going to be passing the standard, my QC guidelines here. But yeah, this is number 3. We're going to be stamping out these other ones here tonight, so don't go away. And maybe we'll give a holler on as to what's going on in the market right now. Does anybody see what's going on Kitco right now? Unfortunately, I can't leave this app during the filming, otherwise it'll kick me out. So we're gonna go ahead and come over here to the anvil. It's been a minute. Let me get this thing set up, guys. And we're gonna start stamping these out. We usually come right about here, right? Yeah, perfect. If you don't have like a nice rag or whatever, you can use a nice old piece of leather so you're not tarnishing your the face of your molds. So nice piece of leather, old leather glove works pretty well. You could use a pitch bowl for some softer metals like 3/9 fine silver or gold, but for copper it's pretty tough. Well, leather will do just fine. Wow, Bear hit 79.51. Bye. Am I right? Every time there's a dip like this, I look at it as a buying opportunity. So that's just me. And for whatever reason or another, we're in a dip at the moment, right? So, buy. I mean, everything has a chance. It might drop to 65 tomorrow. We never know. I think there was a cascade event of the machines on automatic profit taking, and for sell-offs, it was a cascade event. It went down to 92, it triggered that one. That one, it triggered it to 91. That triggered that one. It just had a cascading effect, and that's why we saw such a dramatic pullback. Not just market-wide profit taking, really. So I could definitely see that. I got to stamp this one out, number 3. And then we'll start doing the other stamping with these guys. But before I go any further with it, make sure I get that right. There. Get my other stamps right here. Go ahead and pull all these out. We're going to use them all tonight anyways. These are my number stamps. These were kind of hard to find, actually, the smaller numbers. The larger numbers I have up here were a little easier to attain, but the smaller font was much harder to get a hold of. Yeah, just that easy. Gotta know just the right amount of pressure, otherwise you could deform it, whatever. I got a lot of experience. Ask Bear. Thought we would see a surge today. Hey, it's not even Monday yet, man. It's still Sunday, so I mean, it's a buying opportunity. If right now, I'd be happy to buy at 80 versus in a year when it's 300 or 150, whatever the heck it goes up to. So it's still a buying opportunity in my eyes. And you might say, "Oh man, it might drop down to 50 next year." Yeah, but this is for me, my stack is a supplemental retirement. I don't plan on even considering touching my stack for another 15, 20 years. So that's my personal plan. If you're going to be stacking the physical, plan on stacking for the long term, minimum 5 years. Uh, B. Waller, yes, sir, I am in Idaho. Bye, 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 my silver journey. Heck yeah, brother. You are absolutely right. And I think it would be appropriate to stamp out the Aztecs because that's what I started off with this year. There's 3 of these. I got 5 triad knots and 3 quad knots to pour here. Right on, same. Nice, B. Waller. I'm assuming all probabilities you're probably over there closer to the Boise side because that's the majority of the population of the state, but you never know. So what I do first, I think that's number 1, right? That is number 1. Came out a little darker, so stick around. This is going to be a nice reveal. After I stamp this one out, I do intend to use the Wright's copper cream on it. So all these blacks usually are hiding the reds underneath. So this is going to be a really phenomenal piece after I do that. So stick around for that tonight. But these two, the colors came out so nice. I think I'm just going to leave those alone. It's pretty cool. Man, is that face only a mother could love, right? Adjust the chat really quick. Yep, very nice. I just checked out a couple coin shops over there for the first time a couple days ago, Friday, on the dip, and I was like, man, I better get something here. I ran out there before the close on Friday, and I was able to pick up a couple American Silver Eagles and my very first 1/10 ounce platinum eagle. So that was a first for me. You guys go back and look at my post on Friday where it says asking if you bought the dip. You can see a picture of it on of my most recent add to the stack. Kind of cool. Rose Hill. No, I didn't go over there. I saw that on the Google Maps. I didn't like the reviews that they were having on there. Apparently, some people were having issues with jewelry over there, but I wasn't sure as to if that was a good one or not. Email me that there, B. Waller. What's a good store in that area that you've had some good experiences with? I'll share some experiences with you too. Email me at thebrokestacker@yahoo.com. Got Jason Bradburn, sorry. I'd have more luck looking for silver dollars and half dollars at the bank than buying. If you go on a coin roll hunt, that's always fun. Personally, I find it hard to find the time to do that. But if you have the time, that is an excellent way to come up on some free silver. It just takes a lot of time. And it's kind of a gamble. You might go through an entire box of half dollars and not find anything. But you might go through one and find about 10 of them. You never know. It's always a gamble. I just want to point out this. I'm looking at where to attack on this guy, but look at the ripples going on this one. The ripples. That is what you get from hand-poured items, hand-poured copper, hand-poured silver. That is just something you cannot duplicate, cannot replicate. It's very cool. Let's go ahead and stamp this guy out. I'm gonna do my logo, aka Hallmark, on there, and American flag, because it's made in America. So, and I know it sounds weird. I don't know why, but if I stamp my Hallmark upside down and backwards, typically it has a more even strike. It's just the way I swing the hammer. I don't know why it does that, but it does work very well for me. Go right there. This one, unfortunately, I try not to break my fingers, but I got to swing this one really hard. So here we go. That came out nice and even. I like it. I'll go ahead and get the flag on there as well. Let's take a look at that one together. It's the first stamp of the Broke Stacker Hallmark for 2026. 2026. Let's take a look at that. That's the old logo on there, of course. Been thinking about going back to that, but I like both of them so much. It's hard to pick. Yeah, so we'll only lose time. Nice. If you got time to burn, my time's been extremely precious lately. Electrolysis, copper purification. Interesting. Thank you, my silver journey, and thank you for coming in today. And thank you guys for 15 likes, 15 thumbs up. You guys rock. Thank you so much. All right, that's the first one. I'm gonna go ahead and pound all these out with the Hallmark and the American flag first on the Aztecs, and then we'll move on to weighing them out and marking those appropriately. So there's one. Let's get number two going. Again, just look at these freaking ripples, man. This is a really special piece. This one's already been claimed. I'm so sorry, guys. But if you're interested in any of my wares, please reach out to me at thebroke.stacker@yahoo.com and let me know if you're interested in anything. We can cut a deal. That is just a really fantastic piece. Bear, you have excellent taste, my friend. This is going to be for going to Bear. We're going to stamp this one out tonight. Really fantastic ripples on this one. I kind of don't want to let it go. It's a very, very cool piece. And the colors are awesome on top of it. It's doubles these cool. I'm about to go to bed and saw you were on, popped in to say hi. Thank you, my silver journey. You're awesome, man. I know you're a couple hours ahead of me, so yeah, get some rest, brother. Got to attack the next week vigilantly, and don't forget, 2026 is the year of the winners. I almost didn't pour tonight, but I remembered that 2026 is the year of the winners. We don't say, "Oh, I'm tired. I'm not going to get off my duff and do stuff." We always keep grinding, and we grind hard. That counts. Take a look at that one. Again, because of the finer details in my Hallmark, I have to hit that one pretty hard, but it does come out pretty well. 3D Woodworks, what's up, brother? 3D, I've been meaning to email you, brother. I am lagging right now. I apologize so much. I've got an idea on a project, and I would love for you to put a hand into it. Absolutely, gonna boast your channel on the assist if you can do it. I'm going to email you tonight. It's going to be towards a channel round, and I wanted to see if you can help me out with a 3D printer. So if you can do that, we can press out with the 3D printer for a press into Delft clay, and I can start making Broke Stacker rounds. It's something that's been in the back of my brain for like over a year now, and I really just want to get it going. Five Guys, but I'm driving, so I'm not able to say hi to everyone, but I love you all. Awesome 3D Woodworks. Drive safe out there, brother. It is dark. Let's go ahead and get number 3 stamped out really quick. Drive safe, brother. I know you're out there in deer country. That's how hard I gotta hit these things. Now it's getting number 3 stamped. Get them right there. Again, we got to go upside down and backwards for the hallmark. Just comes out perfect for some reason. Trust me, I'm usually never this freaking graceful with the hammer, especially when it's cold like this. I would love to help you. We're just getting moved into the new shop and just bought a new house. Well, Mazel Tov, congratulations, 3D Woodworks. That is a momentous occasion. I might have to send you a housewarming present. Again, fantastic colors and just weird ripples on this one. That's kind of cool. I like it. That's a relic of a bygone age. Very cool piece. All right, we got those 3 stamped out with the logo and made in America. Now we're going to weigh out each individual one and mark those appropriately. So let's get the scale going here. I'm trying to remember what these were. Here's number 1. Let's start with the first one, of course. 2.77 ounces. So I'm going to need the 2 and the 7, right? That's a 5. I have, if you ever see one of my pours, it was supposed to be a 5 and it was supposed to be a 2 and a 5. I wasn't wearing my glasses that day. I apologize. There it is, 2 and a 7. Very good. Now, what I typically do on all my pours, the way I stamp them, and do logo made in America at the top, a serial number right in the middle. I'll do the weight down here, and then the purity off to the side. So 2.77 ounces. Oh, I'm also going to need the OZ out of my other stamp collection here. Get the OZ out of there. I used to print out my whole broke stacker on some of my original rounds. It took for freaking ever, guys. I was so glad to have my hallmark now. If you have some of those early pieces, you have something extraordinarily rare. It took a lot of time and probably about broke my finger on. All right, let's go ahead and get the 2.77 going. There's the 2. Make sure we're nice and square. And 7, right? This is the hardest part. You could tell when I'm concentrating, I shut up, right? Okay, let's take a look at that. .77 ounces, clearly struck. Very cool. Every one's just a little bit different. So they're all different numbers. Good night, Journey. Have a good night. Bait the hooks in the house. Welcome in, Bait. Good to see you, buddy. We'll do all the .99s later so I can bang those out really fast. So right now we're just going to do the weights. Let's go ahead and get number 2 weighed out. This one is a chunky monkey 316. John 316. Let me make sure, because it did just do back to a 15. Okay, 315. 3.15. I'm doing a triple check. Yep, 3.15 on that. So we're going to go ahead and put our numbers back. It's the 2. That's the 7. Here's the OZ. That to the side. What do we say? 3.15. That's a chunky monkey right there. What do we got? We got 3, 5. We need to find a 1 now. This is called not being organized. Sorry. Is that him right there? That's 4. So where's number 1? I get told I'm number 1 all the time. What happened? Interesting. I said it somewhere weird. Yes, I did. There's number 1. Very cool. All right. I'll address the chat here just a second. Let me get this one stamped out, guys. Again, this is the hardest part, is the numbers and keeping them all in the same plane without deviating from that plane. And you'd be surprised, the O is actually slightly ovaled. So if I stamp it wrong, it will look funny. Okay, let's take a look at that and address the chat. Voodoo Mama's in the house. It's 3.15. Very nice. It's all coming together. All right, we got that one stamped on the number. Now we're going to do number 3. Does anybody remember what that was? I want to say it was 2.6, right? 2.6, that's the one. This is a really cool piece. And the one we just poured tonight, the only one we poured tonight that wasn't a fallout piece. Very cool. I love it when it's a pour from almost the bottom of the crucible. For whatever reason, they come out looking more shiny. Very cool. So 2.6. Let's find our guys. We know it's none of those. It's a 0, 8, 4, 2, and a 6. Nice. Is anybody buying the dip right now? Is anybody just backing up the truck and buying on an online bullion deal or locking in the price? Anybody buying futures, SLV? Anybody trying to short those with options? I mean, I wouldn't recommend that. I've been hearing some people trying that lately, and I am assuming because of the big pullback, they just got absolutely wrecked. Again, you can tell when I'm concentrating, right? After we do these Aztecs tonight, guys, we'll probably call it a night. It's just getting so cold out here, I can't feel my fingers. Not that I'm not trying, though. Nice. Nailed it. Got all 3 stamped out on the weights. 2.6 ounces. This is number 3. If you guys were here earlier, you would have watched this like become a thing. It did not exist before tonight. just a molten piece of metal. Scrap metal melted down into something cool. That's what I like to do on this channel, make cool stuff. All right, now what I normally do, I'll show you here. So I don't mix up numbers and it makes it easier to read. I usually turn the axis 90 degrees and I'll do the purity off to the side here. And for that, we're gonna need the number 6/9. That's how cheap they are. They gave me us just one, but not both. But it works. Tell you what. Any of the cancers in the audience are going to know that. I try to get them as uniform as possible. Yes, 0.999. It's 99.99% on the XRF gun, but it is what it is. I try not to overdo it. If anything, I could probably do 4 nines on there, but I'm not doing that. It's 3 nines. It's freaking pure copper. What do you want? All right, let's do number 2 now. This is a really cool piece. Yeah, Bear, this one's yours. I will do this with the copper cream if you want, but the colors are so phenomenal. I would recommend against it because they are really cool. But if you want, I will. Might make it better, might make it worse, but I think it as is a really cool piece. Man, I almost don't want to do that right there because of those cool red spots that are coming up right there. Bear, I'll tell you what, I'll make you pick. This is a one and only opportunity here, Bear. Where would you like me to stamp the 999 on this guy? Would you like it underneath the weight or over here, kind of where these red spots are? They actually look really cool. Normally I would just go right here, but that just looks so cool right there. I would hate to mar that up with the 999. I think it would look cooler if I put it on the bottom. What do you guys think? Should I put the 999 on the bottom right here? $76.14 silver. Back up the truck, am I right? Heck, you guys were all not too long ago thinking about purchasing at $110 an ounce. $76 an ounce is a bargain. Bottom or left? Yeah, it's like, man, those little red dots going on right there. I would hate to change that. It looks so cool. Mobile saying bottom. Welcome in, Mobile. How the hell we go from 115 to that? Oh, nice. Don't worry. Nothing goes up in a straight line. Think about before that. Let's go back not too far. Black Friday when it just barely hit $50 an ounce. You're like, oh man, maybe I shouldn't buy because it's so high. Yeah, you remember that? Yeah, yeah. I was that guy. I didn't buy as much as I wanted to on Black Friday. I was thinking it was a little high. Boy, was I wrong. No, the other left. Yeah. Nice, Voodoo Mama. The ever loving outdoors. Lead. Gotta buy lead, huh? Oh, Bear says, Law, I don't want to say this on the stream. I ordered the tri and the quad. Oh, D. Thank you, Bear. I'm having a brain fart. Yes, Bear, this one is actually still available for purchase. Bear purchased serial number 2 and number 2 of the tri and the quad knots. Thank you, Bear. Yeah, I had a brain fart. So sorry. Don't worry, I write all the stuff down, so there's checks and balances. That's lead, not silver. No, sir. This is 3 nines fine copper. So, yes, sir. All right, let's go ahead and stamp this out. I'm going to stamp this one on the bottom just because of those dots, those red dots poking through there. They just look really cool, and I would hate to change that anyway. All right, let's do this one on the bottom. This is going to be a unique piece. It's probably going to be one of the only ones stamped a little bit different than the other ones, just because I try to take that in consideration, all the rippling for every piece. Oh, that came out perfect. That was nice and uniform. I like how that came out. Let's take a look at that together. Oh, yeah. And you guys see how I do this. Takes a steady hand to get it that perfect, right? Silver on sale. Yes, sir. Just remember, dollar cost averaging is your friend. Don't go buying $10,000 today, and if it drops $20, you'll be sick to your stomach. But I mean, if you have insider trading and you know it's going to go up to $100 in a week, I mean, go for it. But I don't have that insider trading personally. Got one more of these to do. This is number one. And man, what do you guys think? Should we do the 999 on the bottom right here? I think there's a lot of stuff, ripples going on over here. And it's a little flatter surface going on right here. The 999 might be better on the bottom there. I usually always do it like right here. Hard to say sometimes, right? Look at those ripples, though. Those are really cool. We predicted over $100 by Valentine's Day. Nice. It could very well go that way. It could go that way tomorrow, guys. The volatility in this market is insane. I'm going to do it on the bottom of this one, too. I think it's going to look better. Bear agrees. Thank you, Bear. Again, every piece is just a little bit different from the last, so yeah, it's just trying to use my best judgment here. It's a little tighter than I wanted it to be, but can't always be perfect, right? A little bit tight on those first two, but I'll take it. It's legible. It's legible. It counts. I want to predict close to $200 by July. $200 this year. Okay. Bet. Back up the truck. Let's go. I'm gonna go ahead and put these to the side in my nice little drawer. And now, what should we do? I got 3 good quad knots here. Let's go ahead and do these 2 while we're at it. These are chunky. Oh my God. They're so much bigger than the Aztecs. These are one of my larger rounds. And after this is the one that's going to bear. Number 2. Also really cool ripples on this one. That's why I was confused. Sorry. Very cool. If it drops much more, I'm going all in with my LCS. I mean, yeah, it's second mortgage on your house, right? I'm just kidding. I know we've all thought about it. I like. Me too, Barry. Good shape, good taste, brother. So yeah, let's go ahead and get these guys going right now. And looking at the colors on these, I think it's going to be best if we do the copper cream on all 3 of these. Oh man, look at the ripples on this one. I forgot. Man, it was I was kind of rushing, so I didn't get to stop and look. Man, look at those ripples. Oh my gosh, that is stunning. Yeah, sometimes I get in a rush and I don't remember to stop and smell the flowers. Am I right? And we got some cool little red dots poking through here. That means we're gonna have some cool colors when we go to do the copper cream. What do you guys think? Should I do these with the copper cream or leave them alone? Kind of cool as is, honestly. I'm always torn with that. It's a irreversible decision. And these are just so, they're so cool. Let's stop talking and let's start doing them, all right? Where's number one? Let's start with number one here. Again, we start off with the Broke Stacker Hallmark. Upside down and backwards, as is tradition. And then the flag for Made in America. I almost lost a finger there. You guys see that? Again, it's hard to do when my fingers are freaking frozen. Maybe one of these days I should invest in a heater in the shop. There's always one extreme or another in the shop. In the summer, if you guys were here, not last summer, but the summer before last, it was so hot in the shop, my phone kept shutting down. I actually I had to stop midstream and go throw my phone in the fridge for 2 minutes and then start up the live stream again. And then I opened the doors up and I just had sweat pouring at every orifice of my body that summer. It was bad. That one came out really nice. See what I mean? There's nice and uniform. It might, whatever you do, it might not be conventional, but if it works for you, do it, guys. This is a chunky monkey. Kind of like my upside down and backwards stamping. It works. Just because you're different doesn't mean you're wrong. Again, I get quiet when I'm concentrating. I apologize. Oops, so sorry. Keep bumping the dang tripod. That came out fabulous. Great strikes. That is just a fabulous piece, Barry. Good pick, my friend. And we got one more. This is number. Oh man, I thought the man. Honestly, I might have to do this one in a giveaway in the future because it is just so beautiful. The ripples on this thing are insane. Something special about these quad knots. Take a look at that one now. That's number 3. Doesn't always come out super legible with the hallmarks because of the ripples, but still, you know who did it. This is like honestly the coolest piece for the year so far as ripples goes. I love me some nice ripples on hand poured pours. What about you guys? Do you like the ripples? Put ripples down in the chat if you guys like the ripples. All right, here's number 1. Let's weigh him out and get him stamped out. Oh, he's a chunky monkey. I'm measuring 5 on 4.59. We're going to measure again. Yep, 4.59. Very cool. 4.59. What's this one? That's the 999. Put that to the side. Actually, why am I putting that to the side? I need it. 4.594. And 5. All right, very cool. There's a lot that goes into these pours, guys. from melting it down, accruing the material, melting it down, find the molds I want to pour, pouring that, and then it can go really good, it could go really bad, and then you got the stamping. There's a lot that goes into these. There's a lot of love, guys. Again, I'm thinking too hard. What's your cutoff when you're purchasing metals? Is there too much that's too much for an ounce of silver? Are we thinking in the short? Are we thinking in the long? Because every time I purchase, it's for the long. So I know what I buy today is going to be cheaper than in a couple years from now. I'm not even worried about it. But as far as over leveraging myself, that's why I do the dollar cost averaging. That way I know I'm good. Ripples! Hell yeah, Bear. Oh, I got to put the point on there. This is why we always look to double check everything. Oh, that stuck it in there good, didn't it? Look at that one more time. 4.59 ounces, number 1. First quad knot, not just for this year, but last year I didn't do any of these. So there was a year of break there because my mold got destroyed by slag. That was a learning experience about slag. So I was fortunate to get one more of these molds, but there's no more out there. So what this mold dies, this design dies with it. Very cool. I have a budget of $100 a month. I'm on a COC plan. Nice. Gotta budget yourself accordingly. My budget's gonna be different from your budget, gonna be different from Bear's budget, but different from freaking Trump's budget, like doesn't matter. Like you gotta do you. Don't compare your stack to anybody else's. All you can do is do you. Number 2, 4.78. Let's get that one to the side. Let's get our numbers. So 4.78. There's an 8. So got those. There's the 4. And 2. Why can't I find the damn 7? There it is. I'm blind. Very good. 4, 7, 8. Double check. 4.78. Oh yeah, I know just what to do with you. Four. 7. 8. And point. And the ounces. Very cool. Let's take a look. Super legible. Just barely off on my spacing from the 7 and the 8, and it irritates me. I try to do better. I really do. Very cool. Very legible. Looking great, bro. Voodoo Mama says, looking great, book. I will try to catch you in their live soon. Thank you, Voodoo Mama, for coming in. I really do appreciate it. We got one more of these to stamp out, and then we'll do the 999s on them. Where is he at? This is number 3. This seems like the heavy one to me. Let's take a look. 5.05 ounces. Try that one more time. 5.05. That is a chunky monkey. That is a 5-ounce round. Very cool. Let's set that down. And that is just a really cool piece, period. Came out fantastic. There's a 0. Where's the 5? I grabbed more than half of them, and I still failed to grab the right one. There we go. Here's the 5. Very cool. Now I can't feel my toes. Again, here I go concentrating again. It's almost therapeutic doing my work. I really do like this kind of work. I like working with my hands. I like making cool stuff. And, just something to do productive with my life. Take a look. Robert W., welcome in. Robert W. Jones Jr. Man, that is just a fantastic piece. Those ripples are outrageous. You got like 3 different planes of ripples of the same pour. No 2 pieces are alike, guys. Hand poured silver, hand poured copper. They're extremely unique, every piece. Look how chunky he is. That's a 5-ouncer, all right. I could just look at these things all day. They're very cool. Global says, I've been buying copper and brass coins because it looks like gold. Heck yeah. Hey, if we could all afford gold, probably wouldn't be as expensive, right? Now let's get our 9 going here and start marking all of these out, the 999 that they are. Found it. Okay, right. That looks like a good spot. Dang it, right on top of the other one, damn near. Son of a gun. Not quite perfect, but I try. Show you what I'm talking about. Heck yeah, Razbobo. You got one of the OG ones. You got the old one when it still had the big stamp numbers. I got the smaller stamps here now. So you can actually enjoy all the ripples. Very cool. And that is a finished product. What do you guys think? Put it in the chat. Should I try to copper cream this one or just leave it be? I'm going to do at least one of these tonight in copper cream. And when I say that, it gets rid of a lot of the black, but not always underneath the black. Here's number 2. Not always underneath the black are you going to see the reds. So it's always a gamble. You might see a lot of reds. You might not see many at all. either way, still comes out looking good. Mr. T-Bird Stacking is the one that taught me about the Wright's copper cream. Actually, it works really good for cleaning up your rounds. Sorcerer Stan, welcome in. Good to see you. Fantastic. Bear, I'll leave it to you. Do you want me to use the copper cream on yours or no? I have never seen the copper cream. I've had it. I've shown it in some of my previous pours. I did them live on the spot, and then I found out later that if you do the stamping beforehand and then put the cream on there, it really makes the stamping pop out better. Here's number one. Starting to get really windy outside. Spread that out just a little too much. Oops. But it still looks good. Hard to do this when you can't feel your fingers, let me tell you. 999 for the purity, 4.59 ounces for the weight, number 1 for the serial number. You know what I forgot, guys? Oh my gosh. I forgot the freaking years on all of these. I got to put 2026 on all these. I suck right now. Let's do it. We got to do 2026 on all of these. I knew I was forgetting something. All right. Got to fix these. No, it's not fixing. It's just got to put it on there. All right. So what do we got? There's the 0. Where's the 2? There's the 2. Very cool. I'm so glad I didn't forget that. How embarrassing. Now, where to put that? I think we're going to put it right up underneath the American flag. Be a little bit different this time. $20. Money. Actually, I like that, how it comes out underneath the flag. Let's take a look at that together. What am I doing? I'm stamping out my rounds, dog. Yeah, 2026 underneath the American flag. I think I'm going to do all my rounds this year like that. All the underneath the American flag from Made in America. It shows the year. I think that looks really sharp. I like that. What do you guys think? Heck yeah, Bear likes it. Awesome. Speaking of Bear, let's get yours stamped out here, buddy. Just got to put 2026 on all these. Like I said, it is a process to get these all correct and finalized. Try not to smash my fingers at the same time when I can't feel them. Just a little cold out here, that's all. Very cool. That came out nice. I had to be extra careful. Bear's watching me. 2026. Heck yeah. I haven't made one of these since 2024, in the early 2024, my mold died. So I only made about 3, maybe 4 of these in 2024, none in 2025, and now 2026, I'm bringing the design back. Nice. And the way my fingers are going, and as cold as it is, we might not do the copper cream tonight at all. What do you guys think? Maybe we'll do it on the number one on the Aztec there, but I got to get the 2026 stamped out on all these really quick, and then we'll be good to go. Dang it, I knew that felt too close. It'll still be legible. Very good. Got the O a little tight on the 20 there, but that's fine. 2026. Nice. Which number is this? Number 3. Very cool. Jerry Parker in the house. Good to see you. Does anyone know what he's can please explain? I am stamping my pours out right now. I poured these earlier this month. This is the first pours for 2026. I melt down metal. I pour it into molds, and yeah, I make cool stuff from nothing pretty much. All right, let's get our 3 Aztecs stamped on the year really quick. I did forget that. My bad. But don't worry. Not too late. Still got it right now. This is number 1. Let's go ahead and get the 2026 on there. This is just my artwork here pretty much, guys. I do it for the art's sake. A lot of thought and consideration that goes into all of this. And again, hard to do this when you can't feel your fingers. But I try. Can you guys believe it's 2026 already? Ta-da! That's a good one. Practice makes perfect, right? 2026. What a pour then. I take copper and then I pour the molten metal into a pour. So it doesn't matter what you're pouring. It could be a figurine, such as what we poured earlier tonight. You can go back to the earlier beginning of the shot tonight, earlier in the video. This is a super mutant with the minigun from Fallout. We poured him tonight. I'll have to cut the sprue off later, but this is straight out of the Delft clay pour that I poured earlier this evening. Ron Channel Stewart, welcome in. Good to see you. 2 more, and then we're going to try to do that Wright's copper cream on one of them. Yeah, I guess if you're coming in blind, it could be a little confusing. Like, what is going on here? But no worries. Welcome in. Glad to have you here. It's just, this is a little time-consuming part of the process. And just wanted to hang out with you guys. Chat it up. Coming along. Thank you so much for coming along with me on this journey. And watching how the process goes. There it is. Aha! I kind of like this. What's going on with this? Trade just something for that little broken Aztec piece, broke. It's fitting. Oh, you like that one? I'll show you guys here in just a second. Yeah, 2026. So I forgot. Normally I do the date underneath the serial number and then the weight and then the purity like over here. But it just so happened that I started doing the 2026 under the flag and I kind of like it better. So all my pours going forward in 2026, I think that's how we're going to stamp them out. Look kind of cool. Deneen, welcome in. Good to see you. Yeah, where's that at? Let me show you, Stuart. Let me show you guys what Stuart's talking about. He's talking about this little guy. It was a not quite an Aztec round. It kind of turned out into a Aztec button. Kind of cool. I tell you what I can do there, Stuart. I can stamp the back of this with my hallmark. That's all I'm doing. But yeah, we can do something like that. Kind of a cool piece. And we have one more Aztec to strike the year on, and that is going to be it. And then we'll do the Aztec button there, Stuart. Thank you. Good memory, bud. Thank you for reminding me about that. I almost threw that back in the smelter today. I'm glad you said something. Okay, let's get this guy going. Might be a little tight. There it is. Got it in there. That was nerve-wracking. I was trying not to let it overlap into the 999. Very cool, 2026. Nice. All right. So I'll let you guys see what I'm talking about as far as, oh, before I do that, before I forget, because I'll forget, where's that little guy there? Stuart wants this one. I'll save it for you there, Stuart. We'll talk turkey later. I'm going to go ahead and, because I got to do this upside down and backwards. Put it right there. Otherwise, it just doesn't come out right. Let's try it right here. Oh, that was my freaking fingertip. That's done. Super legible. I'm glad that came out that good. Very cool. Was lurking and doing stuff when you poured it. It's like a piece of treasure. It really is. Little pirate button. I like it. If I keep hammering on it, I might distort it. So we're gonna do good with the with just the logo on there, Stuart. I'll hold the head on the side there for you. All right, now we're gonna try to do the copper cream. Oh man, my I'm gonna probably have to use my quench water on it because I drank all my bottled water. It was in here. Oops. My coffee that started off was hot coffee, now it turned into iced coffee, which is honestly not bad. Like it. Yes, absolutely cool. I agree. Thank you. Appreciate that there, Deneen. What are we doing? Let's move on over here to the table. Back over to the bench where we have some good light. We got a bowl here somewhere. Yep, right here. Put a little water in there. Also stupid cold water, by the way. Got that guy. These to the side so they don't get cross-contaminated. And let's pick out a round. This one. We're going to do this one. number one for the year, back in it. We're going to do the Wright's Copper Cream on this one, number one. And we'll see how it turns out. Let me find my copper cream. And a toothbrush, for that matter. It'll be my first official Broke Stacker edition. Heck yeah, brother. And if you want, we can add to that order as well. So email me at thebrokestacker@yahoo.com and we'll figure it out. I probably ought to be using gloves for this, but it's just one. It'll be fine. So if you don't know what this is Wright's Copper Cream. It's just to clean up some tarnished copper. But it seems to work pretty good for these intensive purposes. Just going to put a little bit on there. Let it sit for just a second. It's not like it's acid or anything, I don't think. It might be, I think the main ingredient's like freaking citrus acid and maybe some vinegar. I don't know. Couldn't tell you. I haven't read the side of it. I know it'll stain your fingernails if you play around with it too much. Oh, yeah, there's going to be some nice reds coming out of this one, guys. Don't go anywhere. You're going to see this thing transform into something really cool. Oh, I like the black on the background. I'm going to try to minimize rubbing this on the face, on the obverse here. And look at that. That's so cool. We'll do the back, too. See if we can get that those numbers to pop. Switch that around. Yeah, you can see where it's really cleaning up some of that. I try not to do too much. Otherwise the numbers will get cleaned out too. It's a fine line to using this and still keeping some of the cool details. Okay, let's do this. Oh, it's so cold. Can't feel my fingers. Get my toothbrush. Make sure all that comes off of there so it stops the cleaning process. Whew. Telling you guys, I'm earning it tonight. Let me show you. I'll be dry it off and I'll show you guys here. Using my sweatshirt. I can't feel my fingers. Oh yeah, that came out really nice. I hope you guys are ready for this. I think I got all the boogers out of there. I might have to give it a good rinse off with warm water inside. But check this out. Look how the colors pop on that. That's why I do the Wright's Copper Cream. If I kept going, it would all be red on the background. But the background stayed black. That is really freaking cool. I like how that really makes all the designs pop out. The reds and copper are really freaking cool. I like how this came out. Honestly, I'm glad I did this one. I could do more of them, but tonight I just cannot, guys. I'm losing my voice and I'm freezing out here. So we're gonna leave that alone. And if you guys are interested into my wares like this one, please let me know. I'm at the best way to get a hold of me is thebrokestacker@yahoo.com. And we could talk turkey. Yeah, that's it wet. I really like how these come out. Again, looks like some treasure. Pirate treasure, guys. Maybe I'll do something like this in the future with the sterling silver piece like this and try to do the black in the background with the sterling polished up nice and pretty on the front. That would look really rad. Well, guys, thank you so much for joining me tonight. We had some excellent pours. We had some great successes. We poured our first piece of this guy, the Super Mutant with the minigun. It was a happy stance that this little plug happened, and it looks like gun smoke coming out of the minigun. Man, that is so cool. and we made ourselves another Protectron. I think I'm going to make these the rooks. Maybe these guys will be the knights. Who knows? These are going to be chess pieces on the on the Fallout themed broke stacker chessboard. Very cool. All 3/9 fine copper. If these are all 2 ounces a piece, and there's 32 pieces to a chessboard, that's a lot of freaking copper, guys. It's a lot of weight, I'm telling you. Well, again, guys, thank you so much for coming out with me. It has been a blast and a pleasure as always. Come and join and hang out next Sunday for the live pour Sundays. Until next time, keep stacking, stack 'em high.